What exactly is the problem, Mrs. Davidson?
It's those chairs on the terrace, don't you see? It's really so irritating.
The chairs on the terrace?
And not the deck chairs. There are plenty of them. It's the long chairs I'm talking about, the reclining chairs.
Yes, but what exactly...
Well, I want to reserve one, don't you see? Are you the right person? Are you the person I should be talking to?
You want to reserve one of the reclining chairs?
Who would be in charge of that? Would it be you or would it be somebody else?
Those chairs can't be reserved, Mrs. Davidson. It's first come, first served, I'm afraid.
Yes, I know. That's the whole point. That's why I want to reserve one. Every time I get out on the terrace, all the long chairs have gone.
Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Davidson, but there's nothing I can do about it.
What do you mean?
It is not possible to reserve the long chairs on the terrace.
What do you mean? It's not possible. Of course it's possible.
There are only 5 long chairs on the terrace, Mrs. Davidson. The guests are expected to share them.
Oh, what nonsense. I shall speak to Dr. Joseph about it. I've never heard such nonsense in all my life.
Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Davidson. I'm sorry to keep you waiting, sir.
My name is Hunt.
Oh, yes, Colonel Hunt. You're staying for a week, is that right?
Yes.
Good. Room number 9. The doctor will see you at 3 o'clock.
That's the only handicap, over 5 furlongs, Whirlingworth the one nearest to us. Tony Ayres, a winner under his belt, but they're under orders and on their way. And Gower broke up very smartly indeed. But as they begin to settle down, it's Whirlingworth for the sound, and Gower, just on the outside of Gower, comes My Fancy, then Dragon.
Good. First class. Nothing wrong there. Put your dressing gown on. How about the Waterworks? Everything all right in that department?
Oh, yes, that's...
Good. You haven't been here before?
No.
Any special problem?
No, just feeling a bit under the weather. Feeling my age, I suppose.
Yes, well, the body's like a car, you know. We all need a regular service from time to time just to keep things ticking over. I'll put you on a light diet for the first 5 days. Yogurt and fruit.
So I said to her, you can please yourself, Marge. I've always looked upon you as my friend. But if you start spreading stories like that behind me back, don't expect me to. Right.
Well, this is it. I must admit, I like this.
Anyway, I spoke to the receptionist girl about it. Complete waste of time. She didn't seem to understand what I was talking about.
May we?
Of course. Yes, of course.
So what happened? Well, it was really quite amazing. You see, nobody knew what was wrong with her. So she came here and the doctor told her to fast for 3 weeks. 3 weeks? Can you imagine? Anyway, on the 21st day, guess what? She passed 19 tiny gallstones. Isn't that amazing?
Talk about a bloody con-trick. 200 quid for a week of starvation, discomfort and boredom. And the trick is to make us believe it's all for our own good. Making us healthy, keeping us fit. Do you believe that? Well, do you?
Well, I suppose...
Of course you don't. So why didn't you stay at home, stop in bed, drink your lemon juice and save yourself £200?
That wouldn't be quite the same, would it?
Wouldn't it? You here with your wife?
No.
Ah. You'll be all right then. Plenty of spare talent. Hey, concentrate on the over 40s. They're more discreet and they're always grateful.
Can't stand Wales, says one of them. Can't stand Wales, can't stand the Welsh. Tarts, rugby football players. Only decent people ever come out of Wales. And the barman leans across. Big fella, the barman. Glares at him. I'll have you know, he says, my missus comes from Wales. Oh, really, says the fella? What position does she play?
What I wouldn't give for a nice plate of roast beef and Yorkshire pud.
And hop, 2, 3, 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 hop, 2, 3. Relax. Right. Touching your left foot with your right hand and your right foot with your left hand, like this. 2, 3, 2, 3, begin. 2, 3, 2, 3.
Afternoon.
Hard work, isn't it, keeping fit?
My word, yes. Exhausting.
There's diamonds. Diamonds at once.
Shall I pass?
Les, your call.
Oh, Les, come on, come on.
All right. Oh, I'll do the dodgiest misère in the history of whist.
Granny. I'm going for a walk. Would you care to join me? How about a stroll later on? Would you like to come for a walk?
What this place needs is a gaming license.
Hmm?
Gaming license. Make a fortune.
You think so?
Don't you?
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
My fault entirely. Would you like to come for a walk?
A walk?
Just a breath of fresh air, you know?
Well, I do have a massage at 11.
Later, then.
After tea?
Yes, fine. After tea, fine.
That would be lovely, thank you.
I'll see you then. Seems quite strange, doesn't it, walking about fully clothed? Amazing how quickly one gets used to a dressing gown sort of life. It's a beautiful place, isn't it? I bet they never thought it would end up full of people starving themselves to death in the cause of good health.
Just imagine all those banquets. Pheasants and partridges and great hunks of beef.
Don't.
Bowls of trifle and Dundee cake for tea.
Oh, please.
How long have you been here?
Since Saturday.
Oh, yes. So have I. 2 whole days without food.
Almost 3.
Yeah.
Are you married?
Yes. Are you?
No, my wife died some years ago. I always think that women have one great advantage over men.
What's that?
Handbags. So much more sensible than pockets.
What a funny thing to say.
Well, I'm right, though, aren't I? I mean, most women carry a neat and convenient handbag, whereas men stroll around, pockets bulging, everything just stuffed in higgledy-piggledy. Mind you, I look a bit damn silly in the Brompton Road, I do agree. Walking around with my umbrella over one arm and a handbag over the other. Can't help feeling it might create the wrong impression. Look out.
Oh, you were never coming. You know where they're going, don't you?
Where?
There's a marvellous tea shop in the village. Buttered scones and homemade cakes.
You mean... Good Lord. Oh, that's a bit...
Bit naughty.
I was going to say silly, actually. I mean, it's a bit daft paying all this money and then... Well...
You don't believe in breaking the rules.
Well, sometimes. Depends.
Don't worry. I'm not going to tempt you. Not today, anyway.
That woman who keeps making such a fuss about the chairs on the terrace.
Mrs. Davidson.
Yes, that's right.
Isn't she frightful?
She's certainly a bit of a...
Isn't she?
Oh, my word, yes. She gets up at crack of dawn, you know, to grab one of those wretched chairs, and heaven help anyone who gets in our way.
Got the price of a cup of tea? I've not eaten for 2 days.
I'm sorry?
I've not took a bite of food for 2 whole days.
Well, neither have we. I'm sorry. Pay no attention. Here. We're not laughing at you, you know. It was just a silly joke. I'm sorry. Oh, dear me, how embarrassing.
That was nice of you.
Well, I only gave him 30 pence.
No, I meant it was nice of you to apologize. You're not a bit what I expected.
How do you mean?
Well, when I first saw you,
Well, what did you expect? Colonel Blimp?
something like that. You're really quite different.
Almost human.
I'll tell you something, Reg.
What's that?
My Sonia. She's getting quite, well, you know, amorous.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, I think it's all that bloody massage. Just as well we're only here a week. If it were 10 days, I'd be worn to a shadder.
house used to be so full of people. Now it's almost empty. And there's nothing to talk about.
Are you unhappy?
Not really. Well, sometimes, I suppose. I shouldn't be. Arthur's very considerate. We're really very comfortable. Too comfortable, perhaps. I've got a secret to tell you. I hope you won't think too badly of me, but...
Tell me. Please tell me.
Sausage rolls? God. Now you know me for what I really am. Banger, my lord.
You are a very wicked woman.
Oh, you don't know the half of me yet.
Oh. Do you know something? I feel 20 years younger.
Oh, it's the sausage rolls.
Oh, no. It's you.
We ought to be getting back.
How old are your children?
Oh, they're not children anymore. They're grown-ups. Actually, they seem rather older than me. My friends used to tell me how lovely it was when your children are old enough to become your friends. I didn't like it at all. I liked it when they were about 7 or 8. I loved it then. One morning, it must have been a Sunday morning, Peter and Carolyn had climbed into bed with me. I'd washed their hair the night before, and I could still smell the shampoo. And there were tall trees at the bottom of the garden. Beyond that, a golf course. Some men were up early playing golf. One of them had a red sweater. I could feel the warmth of the sun on my face. I could feel the bodies of the children pressing against mine. I wanted time to stop at that moment. I even prayed. Please, God, let everything stay as it is today, as it is at this very moment. Don't let anything change ever. completely ignored me. Turned a deaf ear. If God has ears. I wonder if he has, do you think? I mean, I wonder if there's a theological theory about that, do you suppose? Ah, I'll be late for my facial.
How old are they now?
Peter is 20, Carolyn is 22. Peter's into politics, left wing. Rather intimidating. Carolyn disappeared.
Disappeared?
She met a man. They went to Amsterdam. She stopped writing.
How dreadful.
Oh, I don't think about it anymore. Arthur says I treat life like a television set. If I don't like it, I change channels or switch it off. Should I see you at lunch?
Of course. Jogging again, no doubt.
£5 lost in 5 days. That's little me.
Little's not the word, Hayes.
Hello.
Hello. How do you feel?
Hungry.
Roast duck. That's what I fancy. How about you, Reg?
Oh, steak and chips will do me fine.
Oh, shut up, you two. I can't stand it.
Chunks of lean pork done in cream and paprika with green pepper and slices of apple. Oh.
High spirits this afternoon.
It's the lack of food. We're all getting a little lightheaded.
I was just thinking, looking around. It's a bit like a cocktail party, isn't it?
What, this?
Oh, don't you think? A cocktail party without alcohol.
You always go to cocktail parties in your dressing gown.
Ah, well, no. It's a cocktail party for pale-faced West African diplomats. We're all wearing tribal dress. What are you doing this afternoon?
Well, I had rather hoped I'd be spending it with you.
Good.
That sounds like Hazel, Cooey, and Phyllis.
Who else? How unmistakably English their voices are. The self-confident booming of the English bourgeoisie.
They don't mean any harm.
Oh, I'm not criticizing. As a matter of fact, I rather envy them.
Envy them?
They seem so sure of everything. All's well with their world. No unpleasant surprises. This is what it must be like living in a monastery. People just wandering about, not doing anything. The outside world forgotten.
Thinking about food all the time.
Where's she off to, I wonder?
Oh, can't you guess? She's been there for hours, holding on like grim death. That was quick.
Pretend we haven't noticed. Pretend to be talking.
Excuse me, but did you see anyone? It was you, wasn't it? You took it.
I beg your pardon?
You've taken my lawn chair again. How dare you? I leave it for just 2 seconds and it's gone. It's disgusting. It's disgustingly selfish.
What on earth are you talking about?
The lawn chair that was there, my lawn chair.
I don't think she owned the place the way she carried on.
Look there, look at that. That's my ball of wool, my magazine.
What's a nerve? Oh, ignore her, Sonia.
You've stolen my chair. How dare you do such a thing?
We've stolen nothing, you silly old cow, and it's not your chair anyway.
It was my long chair if my ball of wool was on it.
Ball of wool? I've seen you hogging those chairs. I've seen you pinching them before we've had our breakfast. I've seen you lying there hour after hour, day after day. You'll burst your bladder if you're not careful, and serve you right.
Oh, you common woman.
I say, do you mind?
What?
Could you keep your voices down? We're trying to rest.
Coming from you, that's rich, I must say.
What do you mean?
Can't stand it any longer.
What have you done with my chair?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I demand an apology.
Will you stop this at once, please?
Excuse me. There's a chair over here behind this tree. All right. Come on. Come on. Oh, God, oh, God.
I thought I was going to burst.
Oh, God, how funny.
I thought they were going to kill each other.
Oh, certainly not. Oh.
Oh, when Hazel, stop.
Oh, golly. Oh, golly. Oh. My dear. Oh, my dearest.
My legs have gone all woozy.
Come over here.
Are you cross?
Why should I be cross?
I don't know.
I've always liked when you could make me laugh. That's what's so surprising about you. When I first saw you, you looked so gruff. I couldn't imagine you laughing at anything. Her face when she came back.
she couldn't believe her eyes. Oh, dear. Where do you live?
In London, I told you.
Yes, I know. I mean, whereabouts?
Bayswater. Where do you live?
Chelsea.
I do hate getting old.
You are a very attractive woman.
I keep wishing I was 40. When I was 40, I kept wishing I was 35. I suppose that's why places like this are full of women like me. We keep trying to stay as young as possible for as long as possible.
What would you say if I said I love you?
I'd rather you didn't.
Why not?
Please.
Don't you believe me?
It's not a question of that.
What?
We ought to be getting back.
When I told my solicitor that I wanted to sell up and make a change, he told me to go and see a doctor. You're depressed, he said. Go to the doctor. He'll give you some pills. My solicitor is young. He inherited me from his father. He always gets my name wrong. Come in, Captain Hunter, he says. Hunt, I say Hunt, not Hunter. And he looks at me as if I was going deaf or something. Anyway, go to the doctor, he said. He'll give you some pills. I tried to explain that I was just fed up with the flat and everything that was in it. I've lived with those chairs and tables and pictures and knickknacks for most of my adult life. I'm fed up with them. I want to change. He didn't understand. I don't understand, he said. What do you want me to do? I couldn't explain, so I just walked out. I can't remember why I decided to come here. I think I saw something about health farms on television. I thought it might be a good idea. Simple. You know, the start of a new regime. I actually thought of buying a caravan. Selling up and buying a caravan and then just roving about like a gypsy. You could come with me.
Don't.
I mean it.
We'd look a bit silly in a caravan, wouldn't we?
I love you. You're probably the last woman that I shall ever say that to.
Oh, do you think he saw anything?
Saw what?
Well, us.
Well, nothing to see.
I'd better be getting back.
No, don't go.
Please.
When shall I see you again?
I don't know.
Tonight?
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry I met this evening.
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow when?
I don't know.
After breakfast?
Sometime, yes.
Let me come with you.
No. Stay here. Let me go first, please. This is Deirdre McKay, room 11. Could you get me a London number, please? 01629 9923. Thank you. I'd like to speak to my husband, Mr. McKay. Mr. Arthur McKay? Arthur, it's me, Deirdre. Look, I'm getting bored with this place. I think I'll come home tomorrow.
Heard a good one the other day, sir. There's these two fellas standing in a pub. Can't stand Wales, says one of them. Can't stand Wales. Can't stand the Welsh. Tarts, rugby football players. Only decent thing ever come out of Wales.
Ah, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. I was getting quite anxious.
Yes, I've been looking for you too.
Is something wrong?
I have to go.
Go?
Arthur rang me last night, and I have to go back to London.
Ah, then I'll see you again when? Tomorrow?
I'm not coming back. Something's happened. I'm sorry. There's been an accident. Some friends. You understand.
Of course.
I'm sorry.
Yes, so am I. Well, I hope everything's all right. With your friends?
Oh, yes, so do I.
Can I fetch your suitcase?
No, everything's in the car, thanks. Everything's done.
Good. This is Colonel Hunt speaking. I shall be leaving earlier than expected. Could you get my bill ready for me, please? Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Can't stand the Wales, he says. Can't stand Wales, can't stand the Welsh.
Have you got your
Only good thing to come out of Wales are rugger players and tarts. So the barman comes over there, grabs her, and he says, now you watch what you're saying. My wife comes from Wales. Oh, really, says the other bloke. Which position does she play?
That's damn good.
Well, it's certainly better than your usual ones, I must say. Now, who told you that?
Bloke at Elm Park, actually.
Elm Park?
The health farm.
Oh, yes.
How was that? A bit bloody boring, I should imagine.
I quite enjoyed it.
But what do you do all day?
PT, sauna, massage, that sort of thing. That was very pleasant.
Any women there?
Oh, yes. More women than men, I'd say.
Really?
House full of fatties?
Well, they weren't all fatties. As a matter of fact, some of them were quite... well...
Yes?
Don't tell me you've been fornicating.
Of course not.
You're blushing. Look at that. A distinct tinge of red.
Rubbish.
Now, come on, you old devil. What have you been up to?
Nothing. Well, not much, anyway.
What? By God! You old devil!
Oh, splendid. Same time tomorrow? Good. See you then. Night.